Hello children, today's English class is from the Beehive textbook. A lesson, My Childhood by APJ Abdul Kalam. This lesson is an extract from Wings of Fire. APJ stands for Avul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam. He was born on 15th October 1931 at Rameshwaram. Died on 27th July 2015 in Shillong. Now this book, Wings of Fire, is an autobiography first published in English, then in various languages, nearly 13 languages, also in foreign languages like Chinese, French. Now this lesson tells more about his upbringing, his parents and siblings. He tells us about his friends and also those things that influenced his life. I want everybody to have your textbooks so that as the lines are read and explained, you can note down the meanings as well as you can underline, highlight the important points. So have your textbooks open, children. Now, in the first line you see I is APJ Abdul Kalam. As I said, it's an autobiography. He is writing about himself. He was born into a middle class Tamil family in the island town of Rameshwaram. Rameshwaram is here. If you see in Tamil Nadu map, you will find it here. In the erstwhile Madras city. Now erstwhile here means something which was before. Today we know that the state as Tamil Nadu, but when he was born, at that time the state was known as Madras state. His father's name was Jainulabdin. He said that his father was not very rich. He did not have wealth. He was not highly educated. But despite these disadvantages, he had some qualities. He was naturally wise. Naturally means innate here, okay? Innate means inborn, in one's nature. And also he was generous too. Now about her mother. Her name was Aishama. She used to help his father. She was a great help to him. His mother was also generous and kind-hearted. Every day she used to feed a lot of people. She fed a greater number of people from outside than the total number of members in her family. He had many siblings and he describes himself that he had short height and common looks. Common looks, which means an undistinguished word which says common, ordinary looks. He did not have any exceptional looks. On the contrary, his parents were very tall and handsome. They were good looking, but he did not inherit their physical qualities. His ancestral house was very old. It was built in 19th century. It was a pakka house. Now pakka house, you know, a house made up of bricks, cements and limestone. It was located on the Boss city in Rameshwaram. Now he tells about his father's qualities. His father was very simple, but he was strict also. He wanted to live his life in a simple way. He used to teach his children not to waste money on unnecessary things. He said that his father used to avoid any kind of inessential comfort and luxuries. He provided them all the necessary things like food, clothes, and medicines. He said that his father and mother fulfilled all his needs, whether it was any tangible thing or their love and affection. This shows that he has the quality of gratitude. Abdul Kalam was thankful to his parents for whatever they did for him. He was 8 years old when the Second World War broke in the year 1939. So, he said we can calculate that he was born in the year 1931. The demand for tamarind seeds increased in the market. APJ used to collect and sell the tamarind seeds to a provisional store located on Moss Street. He would earn a mere sum of 1 anna, which is equal to 6 paise, when he addresses it as a princely sum. Princely sum is something, a generous amount. Here it is an ironic, a big amount. Sometimes very great and valuable. He is being ironic as the amount was very meager. At that time, this 1 anna meant a lot of money for him. His brother-in-law, Jainulabdin, used to tell him the stories of ongoing world war. Later, he used to read the newspapers, Dinamani, and used to look for the news of the same stories. Now, Rameshwaram was a small town far away from land, so it was not affected by World War in the beginning. But after some time, India had to join the war and combined with the Allied force. Then a state of emergency was declared in the country. During emergency, the president's rule is implemented in the country. It is like a curfew in the country. A lot of privileges which are given to the people are withdrawn at that moment. I hope you know who are Allied forces at that time. Armies of UK, USA, Russia during the Second World War. The impact of World War II on the people of Rameshwaram was the cancellation of the train stoppage at the Rameshwaram station. Earlier, the train which came from India used to stop at Rameshwaram station and then went further to Dhanushkodi. But now the halt was cancelled and the train went from India to Dhanushkodi without stopping at Rameshwaram. With this, the newspaper bundle which used to come for Rameshwaram was thrown out of the moving train as it reached Rameshwaram road. APJ Abdul Kalam's cousin Shamsuddin used to distribute newspaper in Rameshwaram. As the train stoppage was cancelled and the newspaper bundle was thrown out of the moving train, he needed someone to help him to catch it. APJ helped Shamsuddin by catching the bundle and distributing the newspaper. In return, Shamsuddin paid him a salary, which was APJ's first earning. This incident happened 50 years ago. Even now, that is when he wrote the book, he could feel satisfied and proud of himself. APJ said that whenever someone earns his own money with hard work, he feels it the same way as he did. For a child, the figure of authority is his parents, and the next figure of authority can be his teacher. A person who had authority over the child, APJ is saying that whenever a child is born, he has some qualities which he acquires from the elders in his family. This depends upon the social status of the family and the environment at home. From his father, he inherited honesty and self discipline, and from his mother, he inherited faith in goodness and deep kindness. His siblings also inherited these qualities from their parents. Then he tells about his friends. He had three best friends during his childhood. Their names are Ramananda Shastri, Arvindan, and Shiva Prakasham. All of them belonged to a very strict Hindu Brahmin families and were ardent followers of their religion. As APJ was from a Muslim family, he says that during his childhood, all the children were so close to each other that they were never felt they belonged to different religions. Religion was not a barrier in their friendship. There is a very famous temple in Rameshwaram, the Rameshwaram temple, where his best friend Ramananda Shastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshman Shastri, the priest of this temple. When these three friends grew up, Ramananda Shastri took the priesthood of Rameshwar temple. Arvind started a business of exporting the pilgrims to and from the Rameshwara temple, and Shiva Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railway. He was in charge of catering for the railways. Now, whenever the Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony used to take place, at APJ's family also took part in it. They used to arrange the boats for it. They used to make a special platform on the boats on which the statue of Rama and Sita were placed and transported from the temple to the marriage site, which was in the middle of a pond named Ramatirtha. This pond was near APJ's house. When he was growing up, he never thought that there was any difference between Hindu and Muslims as they participated in Hindu festivals wholeheartedly. APJ says that they listened to stories from the Ramayana and the life of Prophet from their mother and grandmother as bedtime stories. So they listened to stories of both Hindu gods and Muslim gods. There was no differentiation on grounds of religion. As APJ Abdul Kalam belonged to a Muslim family, he used to wear a cap on his head, which identified him as a Muslim. His father Ramanatha Shastri was the son of priest of Rameshwara temple, belonged to a Hindu family, Hindu Brahmin family, and used to wear a sacred thread worn by Brahmins. When these children were in class 5, a new teacher came to their class. APJ Abdul Kalam recalls an incident which happened then. This new teacher could not tolerate that a Hindu priest's son was sitting next to a Muslim boy. He told APJ to go and sit on the last bench as he belonged to a lower rank of the society. Both the children felt very sad. When APJ changed his seat and went back and sat on the last bench, Ramanatha felt very bad. APJ still remembers that the image of his friend Ramanatha was literally crying. It left a lifelong impression on Kalam of his friend's feelings for him. Both children went home and told their parents about the incident, and Ramanatha's father, Lakshmana Shastri, called the new teacher and scolded him. He told him not to kill the children's friendship by putting the venomous discrimination of caste and religious into their innocent minds. Lakshmana Shastri was very clear in himself. He told the teacher, either you ask sorry for the wrong or you have to leave the school and Rameshwaram town also. The teacher asked sorry for the mistake he had done, and due to Lakshmana Shastri's determination, his thoughts about religion and caste changed. The division of society into 4 groups, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, was strictly followed in Rameshwaram. Abdul Kalam's science teacher Shiva Subramanya Iyer was a religious person, an orthodox Brahmin, but was a rebellion type person. He did not believe in distinction on the basis of the caste system. He worked very hard to break these social barriers. He wanted that people of different caste should interact with each other. He encouraged APJ Abdul Kalam to work hard so that he could be at the same level as the highly educated people who lived in big cities. Shiva Subramanya Iyer's wife belonged to a traditional and orthodox Brahmin family. She followed the religion very strictly, and to keep the kitchen pure, no one from an inferior religion was allowed to enter the kitchen. When Shiva Subramanya Iyer called APJ Abdul Kalam for dinner at his home, his wife feared that a boy from a Muslim family would make her kitchen impure. She refused to serve him food in her kitchen. Subramanya Iyer was neither upset nor angry. He himself served food to APJ and sat down beside him to eat. His wife stood beside the kitchen door and looked at APJ while he was having food. APJ says that he doesn't think that she felt there was any difference in the way he was having his food or the way he was drinking water or in the way he cleaned the floor after the meal. He was like he wanted to highlight that religion does not matter as it does not alter the way in which a person eats food. When APJ was about to leave Subramaniam's house, he invited him for dinner once again. When Subramania Iyer saw that APJ Kalam was not hesitant, he asked him not to upset. He added that if he had decided to change the system to go against the norms of the society, he had to be strong and brave and confront the situation. Now, children, I have a quiz here for you. You want to find what is wrong in this given slide. I'll come back to you for the same question. What is wrong in this slide? Okay? Check, refer your textbook and tell me. Now, going to the next slide. When he visited Subramania Iyer's home, his dinner for the next week, his wife made him sit in the kitchen and served him food with her own hands. This is the change that happened. When the Second World War got over in the year 1945, India was about to get freedom, which happened in the year 1947. Mahatma Gandhi, known as the father of the nation, was a crucial part of India's freedom struggle. He said that Indians would build their own India. The entire country was filled with hope and happiness. Everyone was experiencing such a feeling which they had never felt before. Everyone was hoping that now they would get their freedom. APJ asked his father to allow him to go to the Ramanathapuram, which was the district headquarters for higher studies. In reply, his father told him that he knew that APJ needed to go away so that he could move ahead in life. He gave the example of seagull which flies away in the sky all alone and does not have a nest. It means it does not have a home of its own, as it keeps on flying from one place to another. When APJ's mother came to know that he was about to leave home and wanted to go to Ramanathapuram for higher studies, she was upset. APJ's father tried to calm her down and told her a few lines from a famous poem titled Your Children, written by Khalil Gibran. He said that your children are not your children, they are the children of life. Don't think that you can rule your children. They are a result of life's desire for itself. They have their own thoughts. He asked her to give them freedom to fulfill their thoughts. So that was the lesson, my childhood. And let me give you the complete summary of the lesson. My childhood is a lesson, an extract taken from the biography of APJ Abdul Kalam, Wings of Fire. He was a great scientist and also the 14th president of India. He was born in the middle class Tamil Muslim family in 1931 in the island town of Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. In his childhood, he was greatly influenced by his parents, his teachers, and his friends. His father, Jainul Abidin, was not highly qualified, educated, but he was a very generous person and kind hearted person. He was not rich but provided a secure childhood to Abdul and his siblings. Abdul inherited honesty and self discipline from his father and faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. Kalam earned his first wages from doing some small help by working as a helping hand to his cousin Shamsuddin, who distributed newspapers in Rameshwaram. In his childhood, he had three close friends, Ramanatha Shastri, Arvindan, and Shiva Prakashan. Once, when he was in fifth standard, a new teacher asked him not to sit in the first front row along with the high class Brahmin boys. Abdul found Ramanatha Shastri weeping as he went to the last row. This made a lasting impression on Abdul. He was also greatly influenced by his science teacher, Shiva Subramanya Iyer. He learned the lesson of breaking social barriers from him. Iyer invited him to his home for a meal. His wife refused to serve food to a Muslim boy in her pure kitchen. Iyer served him with his own hands and sat beside him to eat his meal. He convinced his wife to serve meal with her own hands and thus was successful in changing her conservative attitude. For higher education, Abdul Kalam sought permission from his father to leave Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. His father said that Abdul had to go a long way in life, just like a seagull bird which flies alone long distance. He calmed down APJ's mother by quoting Khalil Gibran's poem Your Children. He said that her children could not be dominated by her because they had their own thoughts. They did not belong to her, but they were a result of life's desire for itself. He asked her to give them freedom to fulfill their thoughts. So I hope children you would have understood this lesson. I have put some pictures of Abdul Kalam sir, rare pictures. He worked with Indira Gandhi, also with Vikram Sarabhai. He is known as the missile man of our country. I have put some question answers, children. Go through them. Read the lesson completely again. If you have any doubt somewhere, you did not understand a word which you could not get, you can ask me or you can call me. I am here to clear your doubts. Make sure that you are writing all the difficult words one time in your classwork. I hope you would have understood this lesson. I want everybody to submit the assignment questions. Make sure that everybody is attempting all the questions and write your answers on your own. Okay, children, take care. Bye.